Unbiased Trades here, and today we're going to be going over reducing discretion in your trading. This is just a small topic, really a video to give you ideas on how to do this, not so much how to do every single one. I will show you one method that I do, and it's quite easy to do, but for a lot of the others, you'll have to find ways of how to work it into your system. I just thought this would be a cool video because I watch a lot of trading videos. I bet a lot of people do, and I'll like small things here and there. I'll like it'll give me an idea, and I wish I could have a video where it just like sums up a lot of these ideas, and then I can remember and get back to work and try and implement one, right, to improve your trading. So let's get into it. First one is automating fundamentals. So I think this one's like pretty much a must. I think most setups do rely on some fundamentals. So this is just an example of one of my setups. So I just have a normal I used to do this by hand, pretty much by having conditional formats on Excel that will give me a different color based off what the value is. So let's say for market cap, I don't want a market cap over 800 million, then it will light any market cap I enter over 800 million red. So I could see like a color-based system. This was pretty good, but it still left a good amount of discretion because I was like, okay, well, there's two reds like too bad and I should just leave it alone, or are these reds worse than another one? So for example, like, is short percentage worse than market cap being red? It's still a lot of discretion. I think you'll notice the more you trade that there's just discretion in everything. It's very hard making a full system fully systematic. There will always be bits of discretion and eye tests, as Chris Verma says, that you need to check with any system. And I really like that idea because for a while I was trying to make it fully automated, and it's pretty much impossible. I'm not gonna lie. I bet there are smart enough people that can do it, but for me, for me, I don't think I can. So this is just one way. So basically, I have a formula here in Excel, which just shows me if this box is equal or below 14% from pre-market high to open, so like minus 14%, then give it a 1. If it's not, then give it a 0. And then I have different conditions for all of these criterias. So for example, SSR is -1 automatically, because if it has SSR on, like if there's a SSR, then it's -1 just automatically. And if it doesn't, then it's just, I think it's 0, because I just don't want to trade really SSR, and SSR brings down that score. But I add it all up as a total score. And then if it is above 11, I will consider it to trade pretty much. So this just kind of takes away some of the discretion. Believe me, this just, this doesn't mean every ticker now I trade, I just win. It doesn't work like that. But I think every system could use this to some extent, where you can just input them in. If you want to get even more tech savvy, you can have it auto inputted, like based off the ticker. But it's hard to find reliable data unless you're using like Polygon or something. Which is my next step, but at the moment, just manually entering it, and then it can automatically tell me this is a trade, this is not a trade, and then I can look further into it pretty much. So yeah, that's the first way. I really recommend this. It saves a good amount of like discretion and gives you more confidence pretty much. Alert-based systems, like entries pretty much. So this is something I can't show you an example of because I'm still working on it for myself. But these are just some questions I think you could ask yourself to see, could you implement one of these? Can you add an alert at predefined levels? This is quite easy. If you're just shorting at resistance, then just add an alert like 10 cents away and you can get the alert and know, hey, I should probably input an order or watch the tape or something, right? Can you get alerts based off an indicator? So can you either custom make an indicator or look at an indicator that could give you some kind of pre-alert system to where you want to enter? Or if you fully enter off that indicator, then can you create an alert for that indicator, for example? Alert based off time of day. This is actually quite important. I think for small caps at the moment, it's kind of better to actually trade more like past 10 a.m. Whereas, most people say don't trade, into the, 12 to 2 area, where it can be really choppy. And it can be on normal stocks, but I think on small caps, sometimes, there's good edge there, sometimes there isn't. It's based off market sentiment and market cycle. But alert based off percent moves. If you wanna, if you know, if you're an average guy, so if you calculate averages or medians on stocks, then you could set an alert based off an average percent. This isn't easy to do on a normal like broker scanner. You'll probably need a custom scanner like Trade Ideas or Scans to do this, but it is a cool thing to do, and I could recommend that one. So yeah, those are just some questions for entries. And then lastly, we have automated data. Can you collect end of day data using a script? There are some providers that are okay. For small caps, it's pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie, because you're wanting a lot of different criteria like market cap, float, short percentage, and all those things can have discrepancies where the data isn't very reliable from like wherever you get it. So you could get some end of day data. It would be probably better if you could just find a way to automate getting end of day data just for the current day. So if if those free gappers today, can you just pull all that end of day data from those free gappers today and put it in Excel? That could be very useful for you. Saves a lot of time. And yeah. Can you find a data provider? So this could be like Speaky. I don't really know how you say the name, but they aren't bad. They're a bit expensive, I'm not gonna lie. Apparently the pre-market data isn't very good, but I've heard they have a relaunch soon, so maybe it'll become a lot better. I'm not too sure, but you can look around. There isn't too many. Most of them are APIs, so if you learn Python or C Sharp, then you could use that. And I'm currently learning Python to be able to do that. But those are really good methods as well. So those are just some extra things for data, because overall, if you're going more systematic on trading, you're going to need good data and you're going to need to be able to filter data. So this is important. And lastly, why is automation a big deal? So it lets you have more confidence. I think this is a big thing. People will always say, the more you trade, the more confidence you'll get in your setup, or the more you look at it, or the more screen time, or the more, blah, 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 blah. You basically, what they're saying is you need more data. You need either more data in terms of you've seen that action more. So that's physical watching data pretty much, like mental data, or do you have a huge Excel spreadsheet and you can, just look at it and give you the averages and the win percentages and stuff like that? That can give you a lot of confidence as well. Or, have you been consistently profitable for a year or two and that's giving you confidence? So there's things like that. There's many ways to get confidence, but at the end of the day, it's all some kind of data. It just depends what one it is and what one works for you the best. So I think automation is a big deal for this, because if you're automating data collection, automating what trades you'll take, it gives you a lot more confidence. Allows you to do other things and not be emotionally involved all the time. This is a big thing for me, and this is the main reason why I'm trying to go this way, is because I've realized my discretionary trading was very good. I had a very good win rate, about 80% or so, 65 to 80%. I had a good R. I was, minimum making 2 R to maybe 3 to 4 R on most trades. But the main issue was that I couldn't control those days where I did get emotional and I would lose way more than my system should. Even though I was discretionary, I did still have a system in place where I could track, how I should be performing and am I performing to that kind of standard. And just when I got emotional, I would ruin that system and completely wipe some, unneeded amount of gains off the table. Not like a blow up. I haven't really, I think I've blown up once when I first started, but I haven't blown up recently. It's more just wiping gains that don't need to be wiped, which is really hurting my profitability. So the more automation you have, pretty much, the more you can, stand away, just wait for the alert, or you can just watch YouTube videos and then wait for the alert and then pay attention and really focus. And that will also help you, because it's hard to stay focused for a long period of time. If you can, watch some YouTube videos, have something a bit more calming, and then really focus for 30 minutes, an hour, then that's great, because that means you'll perform a lot better. And it can make patience easier. If you don't need to do anything until you hear something or until you see something, then it can make patience a lot easier. And that, I think, is a semi-quick cure to having better patience. I think from what I've read, patience is only developed over time and over discipline, really. But discipline's a bit of a fugazi word. You can't really put it down to anything except time and experience. So, this is a bit of a way to get better at patience. Sorry for the short video. I'm just overloaded with uni work as I have exams right now, but I still wanted to put out a video and just my thoughts currently. So I hope this gave you some ideas of how you could improve your trading, and thank you very much.